Good afternoon, good afternoon. And happy Friday to everyone. Happy Friday to everyone. We're back. College football kickoff Friday. We didn't make it on here last Friday because of the big matchups. The bulk of the matchups were on Saturday, but we got some great showdowns here tonight that we're going to discuss. But first, before we go into all of that, salute everyone. Welcome to everyone in the chat, and welcome to my panel, D Truth Sniper. You knew would be here shortly. Salute to everyone. Salute, salute, salute. How's your Friday going today so far, fellas?
Well, hey, salute to the chat. Salute to you, big bro. I'm ready to hit this Friday night to start a good Saturday morning off. Let's do it. Salute to the chat. Common sense. Miss Media, what's going on?
Salute to you,
Yeah,
common sense.
Congressman.
Salute to you, brother.
Yeah, what's going on, fellas? What's going on? It's the weekend, baby. You know what that means. Just a
College,
little closer to college football Saturday.
college football Saturday. And like I was discussing on the phone with you earlier, bro, it's gonna be some slow walking, sad singing come Saturday night when it's all said and done. There are some teams, some potential elimination games this weekend that will be taking place. Um, this is going to be an epic Saturday. This is separation. This is separation weekend right here, and it starts tonight, and it goes on into tomorrow. But before we go into all of that, some great news out of Athens. Some great news for Kirby. Some good news and not so good news. Let's start off with the bad news. Last night, Jared Curtis decommitted from Georgia. Jared Curtis was going to be Georgia's answer. The next 4 years, he was going to be the equivalent to an Arch Manning. The kid has an amazing arm, uh, can sling it from anywhere on the field, and he is mobile, very mobile. But he decommitted from Georgia. But today they picked up Elijah Griffin, the number one D lineman in the nation. Huge get. That right, that they are already comparing him to Jalen Carter, Mel Kiper, and Tom and Shay. They're already saying this kid is going to be a guaranteed first rounder. Great, great news for Kirby Smart and Schumer and the University of Georgia Bulldogs. And I'm going to start with you, Sniper. How do you feel? First of all, Jared Curtis decommitting. Uh, Kirby has been recruiting this kid. Man, go back to when Monken was the offensive coordinator. Um, in your opinion, what do you think? What happened with Jared Curtis decommitting from Georgia last night? What do you think led to that?
I think that what led to that was because he knew that he was not going to play for the first year or two. You still have some pretty decent quarterbacks that's coming back next year. This kid
Mhm.
is a great. He can start right now if you wanted to,
Mhm.
but I believe that he understood. I mean, we just picked up Pileski is the last name from last year.
Puglisi.
Thank
Puglisi. Yeah.
you. We just got him, so uh, he's going to be running for starter next year once Carlson Beck leaves the University of Georgia. So I think he is probably going to go someplace where he can start right away.
Hmm.
So that's what happened there, in my
Hmm.
opinion.
Okay. Now, Elijah Griffin. Do you see Elijah Griffin starting on day one on that D line for Georgia?
If he comes in practice, if he comes to next year's spring ball and practice his butt off and get his technique down the Georgia way, uh,
Hmm.
don't play like a freshman straight out of high school, he can definitely be that another answer that we need up the middle.
Hmm.
I think he can start.
Okay. Okay. All right. All right. All right. Now, D Truth, Auburn has a very important matchup. They're heading to Columbia to play the Missouri Tigers. You did not get a chance to do a War Eagle zone. So, what I'm going to do is let you take the opportunity for the next 3 to 5 minutes and just go ahead and just give us your assessment of that game between Auburn and Missouri. I'm gonna go ahead and mute up and let you take over the floor here.
Well, that game is going to be in Columbia, Missouri, against the Missouri Tigers, and Missouri got some players out. We got some players out, but my concern is we run the ball. We got one of the best leading rusher in the SEC. We run the ball. My concern is, can our freshman defensive back stay with their wide receivers? Will they play lights out? And our D line is going to be good. But if Missouri, both teams had a bye week, I think. Both teams had a bye week. So it should be no excuse coming to that ball game while the offense ain't running crisp, while the defense ain't playing lights out. But Missouri has a problem to stopping the run. I want to see Jaquez Hunter, and our other running backs get the ball more, at least 200, 300 yard rush against Missouri with a little pass it in there to offset the run a little bit too. I do not want to see no three down linemen. I do not want to see no three down linemen. Four down linemen or five down linemen. That's what I want to see. If they do that, they will win that ball game, and special teams wins the ball game too. So that's what I'm looking to see, and that's my prediction right there on that game right there. Missouri is a good team. I'm not taking that away from them, but they come out and playing flat like they did their last game that they played. Hey, anything can happen. And get a Saturday.
Um, now, you don't think it's maybe a good idea that they would play three down linemen because Missouri has like 3 or 4 wideouts that Auburn is going to have to keep an eye on.
I don't think that'd be a good idea because I look like this right. You play four down linemen, five down linemen, and put pressure on the quarterback. He ain't gonna have time enough to check down, go through his precaution, looking at different wide receivers. He gonna have to get rid of the ball. Go over three down linemen. Hey, you got five offensive linemen against three defensive linemen. They're gonna get him time enough to sit back in that pocket and throw the ball. I don't think that'd be a good idea with three down linemen.
Okay, so what do you suggest? You think they should go cover two or play zone, or you trust the Auburn DBs to go man with the Missouri
I go
wideout?
man. I go man. I go man with him. I go man with him.
Okay.
Prove had that quarterback proves he can make them throws. Tell him sit back in the pocket, and that's what I don't understand with some defense coordinators having three down linemen. Hey, I got five. My five. If I'm a quarterback, I got five offensive linemen, and going against three. Hey, I have field days throwing the ball back, sit behind that line. But one thing we do know, three down linemen is sometimes can get to the quarterback, but majority of the time do not get to the quarterback. And the quarterback be killing them with three down linemen. I go
Hmm.
straight man to man. I won't play no zone because all the receivers had to do go sit down in that open space.
Yep, absolutely. What do you think, Sniper? What do you think the strategy should be for Auburn? You watched them against Georgia's offense. What do you think should be the strategy for Auburn defensively against Missouri?
Auburn is a unique figure that we have nobody can figure out yet. I don't think Auburn defense has gained their identity yet. Um, they got very young players, so their young players is getting exposed very early. So their defense got to be they got to take care of each other. I think that's the best thing to say. They got to take care of each other, especially high safeties taking care of the young corners out there. I think that's going to be the main thing, and then keep everything in front of you. You have to keep things in front of you. You got to keep your head on a swivel. I think defensive wise, they'll be all right. But you got to think Missouri's pissed off. They got blown out last week, so y'all have to make sure that y'all helmets are tucked on tight. Um, I think that's what that, I think. But the defense, I think that they just got to figure out who they are and where and be in the right places at the right time. That's all I can say about that.
Okay. All right.
Uh,
That's
and, and add to that is that if you notice when we played y'all, we didn't play no 3 down linemen.
no, y'all didn't. Salute to you, thug life. Salute to you. Salute to you, brother. All right, we're gonna go into the Q and A's now.
What's going on, Thug Life?
Let's see here.
Live, what's going on, my brother?
Hold on. All right, I'm gonna start off with the hold on. Q and A's. All right, first question, fellas. So far, right now, is LSU the most dangerous team in the SEC right now? Yes or no? I'm gonna start with you, Sniper, then we'll go to you, D True.
I'm gonna say no, boss. I'm gonna say the most dangerous team right now that nobody's talking about, and they still not getting their respect is Texas A&M. It's the most dangerous team right now in the SEC. They're just their body of play. They play like well oiled machines. So I'm gonna say no LSU. LSU's a good team, but they showed a lot of flaws in the last couple of games. I mean, think about the last game they had to pull it out the rabbit out the hat to win the last game that they played. Uh, but I'm gonna say no. Texas A&M is the team right now that I think is the most dangerous team in the SEC.
All right, D True.
I'm gonna have to agree with Sniper on this one. I'm gonna have to agree with Sniper on this one. Yeah, like you said, LSU is really hasn't shown us anything substantial of plays on defense or offense. Texas A&M is one of them teams that you go in the game, you don't know what you're gonna get, but they will sneak up on you. They've been sneaking up on people all year, especially with the new head coach players that they got there. I think Texas A&M is the most dangerous team, and unfortunately, we got to play them before we play Alabama, and that's sad to say, but it's the Texas A&M. Can they make a run? How many losses Texas A&M got? Let me check and see how many losses Texas A&M got right so far. I think they got about 1 or 2 losses.
They only
No,
have
And still
that
got
one. They only have that one loss to Notre Dame.
yeah,
yeah, and they got a chance to make the college football playoff. So I look at Texas A&M as one of the teams they're not talking about.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
what you think, Amanda? Do you think that LSU is the most dangerous
I
team?
think Texas A right now. I think right now the two best teams, the teams that are playing the best football right now are Texas A&M and Texas. But as when I say dangerous, I mean a team that no one is gonna see coming. No one is actually giving LSU a chance to go through that gauntlet of a schedule. So that's I would say right now Texas A&M, LSU, and you can also throw Arkansas in there too as a sneaky dangerous team that you do not want to really deal with right now. Okay. All right. Next question. What did we learn about Ohio State last Saturday night?
Hmm.
Anybody can take that one first. Don't be
Oh,
shy.
oh,
All
I
right.
thought we was going to go back and forth.
I'm just. You know what I'm trying to do, man. I'm
Yeah,
trying
yeah,
to.
I
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
You got that? You want to go first there, Dietrich?
I go first on them. What we
Uh,
learned about them is they ain't who we thought they really was. But they played a close game, and like I said, they played Oregon close. And I look at it like this right here. You need either a close loss or a close win to see where your team really is at for us team as a team. And they fought, but Oregon just had a little too much more than Ohio State. And for what Ohio State schedule looking like the rest of the year, they're going to be on the verge of making the college football playoffs. Will they win it? Don't know. But they are one of the dangerous teams that is playing right now. And and looking at their schedule, looking at Ohio State schedule, it's favorable to them right now. They can win out. They can win out.
Well, they still have Penn State. They have
Yeah, they
Penn
still have
State. Yeah, they got Penn State and they got Michigan. Uh, Penn State is playing good football right now. I know, a lot of us, we look at Penn State. Oh, Penn State has not been able to do anything with Ohio State, but they they're playing some good football, and I think they match up pretty well with Ohio State.
Yeah, and I'm looking at Penn State schedule too. I look at this right here. The winner of that game right there will wind up in the national Big Ten championship game. That's how I see it. Because who Penn State got left on their schedule? Washington, Purdue, Minnesota, and Maryland left on their schedule, and got to play Wisconsin uh, next week. There might be a little hiccup for Penn State, but if Ohio State get past Penn State, then they can win out the rest of the year. And like you said, they got Michigan at the end of the year. We don't know what Michigan is going to be at the end of the year, so we just have to wait and see. But like I said, Ohio State learned that they can play a close game, but they got to learn find a way to win them close games.
Okay, I want to welcome in you knew just made it to the stage. Salute to you, you knew.
Hey, you know,
Hello, everybody. How's everybody doing? I'm trying to get my what you call it up. You know why? This emux thing. They need to stop. They make you redo everything over and over. Like what the heck?
Yeah,
Give me a
yeah,
second. I'll be right up. I'll be right up. I'm sorry.
yeah. That's the only thing about them. They make you redo everything.
Hmm.
Okay, while you're doing that, then we'll go on to the next. Let me go ahead and give my assessment of what I think about Ohio State. What I learned about Ohio State is that defense was pretty much not as good as advertised. It was a little overhyped, especially in the secondary. I don't know what's going on in the secondary, man. They got NFL talent in that secondary, and that they just laid an egg. Uh, Caleb Downs did not have a good game. Denzel Burke did not have a good game. That secondary just was atrocious last Saturday, and I don't understand it. I really don't. I don't know if they took Oregon lightly, didn't take the game seriously or whatever, but I don't know. They got to get it cleaned up, man, because Penn State is no joke. Nebraska could be a problem, and then you still got Michigan to deal with.
All right, Snipe, what's your assessment?
When I say to the chat and to everybody else, let's see how Ohio State is when they finally get their first challenge. I believe I said that.
Mm-hmm.
And their defense. Oh, but the thing is, bro, I'm gonna be 100 with you. I wouldn't let this loss to Oregon be detrimental to their season. I think that they can bounce back from that. But like you said, like I've said plenty of times, and they have a very young defense, and they remind me of another team that everybody was hyping up. Everybody was hyping up at the beginning of the year. Two teams, and our defense and the defense that didn't stand hasn't stand tall just yet. They need to get it together.
Mm-hmm.
You take those two receivers out of the game, like Oregon did for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
They took uh, Gabriel out of the game as much as they could. Now they got their points. They scored their touchdown. But at the end of the day, you take those NFL talent receivers out of the game, being freshmen and I think one's a transfer. That offense won't move. That offense won't move. They're the total opposite of that most people like to see. They're a pass first, run second team. So if they take those two out, it was bound to happen.
Here's the scary part about Oregon that everyone in the rest of the Big Ten should pay close attention to. They shut down Ohio State's run game pretty much. Ohio State could not move the ball on the ground for whatever reason, um, and once again, Ryan Day gets out coached in a big game. That's becoming a pattern. It's been a pattern for the last 4 or 5 years.
Kenyon, what's up, brother? Yeah,
Salute to you, Kenyon.
but I'm gonna say it like this right here. I don't think I don't think they got out coached. I think they just. I mean, this was a close game.
You think Oregon was just a better team?
I just think Oregon was the better team that night. And I'm an Ohio State hater. I'm a Ohio State hater. Of all the teams, they rank right up there with Alabama. But I just think
Mm.
that Oregon just outplayed them last Saturday night.
Let me
All,
ask you.
all
Let me ask you a question. Do you think if they met up again on a neutral site, and I believe they will see each other again. If it's not in Indy, it'll be in the playoffs. Do you think if that game was on a neutral site, do you think the outcome would have been the same?
yes, yeah. I think, and the reason why I say that, bro, is that they just Oregon, believe it or not, has just a little. Their offensive line is ridiculous. their offensive line is ridiculous. They did whatever they wanted to do, come from that offensive line.
Mm-hmm.
And like you said, that defensive line is run stopping.
Mm.
So I think that they could. I will put it to you like this: I think that it would have been a close game if they played five games. 3 out of the 5, it would be close games.
Okay. Um, that's a bad reflection on Ohio State, being that Idaho had Oregon struggling on offense, and Boise State, in my opinion, Boise State did a much better job defensively against Oregon than Ohio State did. So I don't know. It's one of the two things. Either Oregon plays down to their competition, or Ohio State is nowhere near as good as we thought they were. It's one of the two.
But I just think that just like every other team, is Oregon for the last couple of years under Dan Lanning is that they are like an old Ford truck. They got to get warmed up before they get going. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And I think they're warming up right at the. Now this is the thing. Do you want to hit your peak at the wrong time?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. All right, let's go to the next question here. I'll let you ready to take over. You knew.
I'm ready. Let's go. And hello, everybody in the chat. Hello, Armando, D Truth, Sniper. Sorry I'm late on this, but hey, hello, what's up? All right. What did we learn about Oregon last Saturday night? Armando.
We learned Oregon is a hell of a lot better on both sides of the ball. We also learned once again when it comes to big games. I understand what happened against Washington in the Pac-12 championship last year and in the during the regular season. Oregon was not as good on in the trenches as they are this year. They are totally different this year in the trenches. They're much better in the trenches. This Oregon team is elite. That I mean, hands down, no doubt about it. That is what I learned from my eye test last Saturday night. So I will not be picking against them no time soon anymore. Yeah.
All right, D Truth.
Hold on. I'm gonna say this right here. What I learned about Oregon that gets that win against Ohio State is they better than people thought they was coming to the Big 10. And what they proven is that Pac 12, Big 10, it seems like they proven that no matter what conference you put them in, they want to be the top dog. And that close win against Ohio State they had last week, it's gonna come in handy at the end of the year or during the playoff if they make the playoffs because they know how to win uh during a game like that. And I'm gonna piggyback on what Mundo said is that team, that Oregon team from last year and this year is totally different. Totally different. Cause they were more passing last year. They run it and they got a balance. Oregon got a balance this year. And that defense is a whole lot better than it was last year. So that was my takeaway from that game they played against Ohio State.
All right, Sniper.
I just want to tell everybody to pump their brakes. Oregon's that team that yeah, they can put the points on, but I'm gonna tell you one thing that I've learned from Oregon. Yes, they got a defensive coach, but if in some circumstances, and I'm going to see it happen, I'm gonna call it when if they get in another shootout, it's not going to be pretty. They sustained against Ohio State. Ohio State got young players, but give them some. Let them get punched in the mouth a couple of times. Let that offensive line break down a few times, and Gabriel Dillon is Gabriel is it gets smacked in the mouth a couple of times. I'm not a firm believer. I believe that they had the opportunity and it looks good for them, but I'm not a firm believer on this yet. I think there's a team that they still got to face, that they have to they got to win big to keep their name relevant.
I'm gonna be honest with you, Sniper. I don't think that they'll see another team. Salute to you, Tommy. I don't think they'll see another team with a better secondary than Ohio State. Ohio State has elite NFL talent in that secondary, and I don't see no other team, at least in the Big 12, that can come anywhere near close to the level of talent that Ohio State has in their secondary. So unless they meet up later on down the line with, man, I can't even think of a team outside the Big Ten that can come anywhere near close to the level of talent that Ohio State has in the secondary. I'm gonna be honest with you, Sniper, and I'm gonna piggyback off what you just said. Let's not jump the gun. Let's not jump the gun because I don't think no other offense in the nation, and I'm including Bama, Oregon, Georgia, Miami. I don't think no other offense in the nation can do that to Ohio State secondary. I'm just being honest. I don't see no other offense being able to do that. I just think Oregon just has the old line to hold off your defensive front, and I just think Oregon has the wideouts, the wideouts, the skill set at wideout to be able to do what they did to that Ohio State secondary.
I hear what you're
But
saying.
I'm looking
I hear what. Uh, Go ahead, Dietrich. Go ahead.
what I'm gonna say is they got Oregon got Illinois next week, right? But
Mm-hmm.
the week after that, what would it look like if Michigan wound up being Oregon and Ohio State didn't? Then what that would really say about Ohio State or Oregon?
I mean, we can't go off hypothetical, brother. I hear what you're saying, but I'm just from my eye test of what I saw. That Oregon team now they may not have a Ryan Williams, they may not have Jeremiah Smith on their team, but they are deep. They remind me a lot of our 2022 team, Sniper. They don't have that elite receiver that scares you, but they are deep, deep at wide receiver, and they can wear down a secondary, and that's exactly what they did Saturday night. They were just shuffling in receivers all night on Ohio State, and they was able to wear them down.
The only pushback I got for you, the only pushback is when you have a team that is remotely close. Illinois can put up some points. Purdue can put up some points. I don't. If now it comes down to whose defense is going to stop whose offense. I hear what you're saying about their deep at receiver, but Purdue. I'm going to tell you, and I'm just going to be honest with you. I think Purdue's going to give them a run for their money. It's not going to be a blowout game, even though Purdue's not ranked. But I think Purdue's going to be, and they're playing at Purdue. So I think that Purdue's going to give them a run for their money. A late game, that's one of those games I'm going to have to sit back and think about before 9 o'clock tomorrow morning when you ask me who's going to win this game. Um, but then you got Illinois, and you still got that Michigan defense that we cannot forget about. we still got Michigan in there, and Michigan is playing hard.
The thing about Michigan is they have a defense. I give you that. They have a defense. But like what happened against Texas and what happened against Washington, your defense can be doing their job. But if the offense is going three and out, 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 that defense is gonna get tired. That defense is gonna get tired. Just like as good as our defense was in 2017 in that national championship game, the fact remains is our offense could not move the ball in the second half. We just kept going three and out, three and out, three and out, and eventually Roquan Smith, Dalvin Bellamy, them, eventually, man, it wore them down, and they couldn't hold off that tired offense. So that happens. If your offense is not moving the ball, your defense is going to get worn down. And that's another thing. They were getting Ohio State off the field on third down. They were winning the third down battle against Ohio State. And
And
that also put some wear and tear on Ohio State's defense.
yeah, but don't you? They were getting Oregon off the field too on third downs too. I don't know what the exact numbers were. I can look it up for you real quick, but it went. It was a competitive game. Don't get me
Yeah,
wrong. It was
yes, it
a very
was.
competitive game.
Yeah.
But I just something that the ball ran like you always say. If the ball bounced another way, this game would have been totally different. I
Hmm.
think they would have had a penalty, a targeting penalty that didn't get called. Um, they had a few things that could have went Ohio State way, but didn't. Um, I think what happened, Oregon just frustrated the receiver, not the receiver, the quarterback of Ohio State. I think that's what got because I think he threw an interception towards the end at the end of the game. They sealed the deal on that game.
To my Ohio State,
Yeah.
Will Howard. No, he didn't throw the ball. He ran around
Oh, he got set. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah, he ran around and got sacked.
With no time, he didn't give the receivers a chance. But it is what it is. Moving forward, I think Oregon is going to be they're going to be tough. But I'm still waiting for they got punched in the mouth versus Ohio State. Let's see if they can respond back when they play Purdue tomorrow.
Okay. All right. Let's go to the next question because it's a two-part to that ending.
Okay, okay. I love what you're doing here, brother.
All right. Now here is the second part right here. You knew. Take over.
All right, Dan Landing's 12th man strategy was a brilliant coaching move last Saturday night. Yes or no? D True.
Um, I'm gonna say no. It wasn't a brilliant coaching move. They just it was it was a coaching mistake because you don't strategize to have 12 men on the field. Feel what I'm saying? So it was a coaching mistake, not a brilliant move. I said no. It was. I won't say no. It wasn't a brilliant move because you should have your players ready to go out there on the field. All level of guys that you want out there on the field at that time to already huddled up and ready to go out on that field. If a player don't know he's supposed to be on the field or off the field, that's a coaching error. That's not a strategy.
All right, Sniper. I heard you laughing.
Yes, because hey, I don't want to turn this into a debate, but hey, D True, I'm gonna ask you one question. Did you see Dan Lanning's face after they got the 12 man penalty? Did you see his face? That was no my big bruh. That
Hey,
was
but you
no
know what?
mistake.
Hey, it's not. Yes, real question. I don't have to see a face. I can make that face make it seem like it was. I made that. I did it on purpose. No, it wasn't on purpose.
But
So
what did it
I
do?
said it was a coaching. It was a coaching mistake. He knew he had messed up. So to save face, he had to play it off. So it wasn't no strategy. No coach is strategized to have 12 men on the field.
Well, since it's my turn, I'm going to disagree with you and say it was the best strategy out there because he knew he had to slow that game down again. Ohio State was on a roll. He took that that a 5 yard penalty and mastermind the defense after. What he did was he saw what it would give him opportunity and saw what Oregon was going to do. Or not Oregon, Ohio State was going to do. That penalty got called. Now he can go back in his mastermind, and because Dan Lanning is a great defensive operator. He saw what he could do, and what happened to play after that had Ohio State on the road. They couldn't move the ball again after that. I think it was a brilliant, and I think there's another word besides brilliant, but that was phenomenal. I love the call. I love the call. I'm sorry, D Truth. Love you, bro, but I don't know what you're talking about being, putting people, as a mistake. No, 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 no. He knew what he was doing. That was planned out. That smile on his face after they called that penalty, they got to huddle up again, and Ohio State couldn't do nothing with the ball after that. Brilliant play. It was like a fourth timeout, basically. I I yield the floor. Love you,
Here,
bro.
So
here's
are you
why.
saying? So wait, are you saying that he did it on purpose? Is that
Yes,
what we're
ma'am, I
hearing?
did.
Yeah,
Yes,
let,
ma'am.
let me
Oh,
let
okay.
me let me break it down. Let me break it
Okay.
down. All right. Number one, he all but admitted it in the press conference, and he was laughing and smiling about it. All right. Um, if you're gonna do that, see Nick Saban, and I understand what D Truth saying. He thinking about the Iron Bowl, 2019 Iron Bowl. That was a mistake because Bama was on offense. You don't do that when you on offense and you only got a couple of seconds left. That's the worst time to do it. So that was a mistake what Nick Saban did. Dan Lanning, that was pre-planned. Number one, he called a timeout. Then when he came out of the timeout, 12 men walk on the field. Think about it now. 10 seconds left on the clock. Okay, so you got to deal with Jeremiah Smith, Tate, and Ibuka, whatever his name is. You got to deal with them. All right, 10 seconds. All they needed was a field goal, bro. All they needed was a field goal. So, what's the best way to cut half of that 10 seconds down? You trot out 12 men. You trot 12 men out there on the field. So yeah, you trade in 5 yards, 5 yards for 6 seconds. A, a 6 second runoff. So Ohio State only had 4 seconds left, and they only had one play, and I don't. The thing about it, I don't know why Will Howard didn't throw a hail mary. He had enough time to throw a hail mary, but instead, for whatever reason, ill-advised, he ran around with the damn ball. That's why a lot of Buckeye fans mad about it. But that 12-man call was brilliant. It took off 12. Do you know what Ohio State could have did with those extra 6 seconds? Do you have any idea what they could have did? They could have threw the ball. Remember what Bama did to Auburn in the Iron Bowl a couple of years ago? They could have did the same thing, and they got a good kicker. Ohio State got a good kicker. That kid can kick the ball from the 50-yard line. But they didn't have enough time to do all that. The only thing when them 6 seconds ran off the clock, when they took them 6 seconds off, that only left them with 4 seconds left. The only thing they had time left to do was Hail Mary. That was a brilliant strategy, man. I'm
Hey,
serious.
But I got to, my note, I got to disagree with both of y'all, right? I'll tell you
All right.
why.
I know why.
I'll tell you why. Hold on, I'm gonna tell you why.
Cause you gonna be
Cause
right.
you wanna bring up that Auburn game, right? Bama tried it 12 minutes out on the field
That was a
when
mistake because they was on
no,
offense.
no, 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 no.
Different.
So so other words, so you can't say, look here, if you answer that question, smile. You try to say Dan Lennon answer that question with a smile face.
Mhm.
Say, you actually going to if you had a press conference, you actually going to tell somebody to ask you that question. Was that a mistake or was that a plan? Are you going to tell them that a mistake? Nah, you're not finna tell them it was a mistake. Yo, I played that.
The thing about it is it's a win-win. You get an extra timeout and you get 6 seconds. So you committed the penalty. You're trading 5 yards, 5 yards for 6 seconds. That is smart. That was genius. That was genius. That was a genius play call. I don't care what if you're gonna do that. If you're gonna do that, you do it on defense. What I'm trying to tell you is, what happened in 2019. Bama was on offense. That was a mistake by Saban. That was a mistake. You don't do that when you on offense. You only do that. You only pull that strategy when you on defense. And when you like and when the clock is like around 10 seconds or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
No, no, they was on defense. They was on
Oregon was on
defense.
defense.
But this is what I'm trying to say. To have a 10-second runoff, it wouldn't have to be if it was read down to 6 seconds or 4 seconds, whatever it is. It had to be 16 to 14 seconds left.
Bama,
See what I'm saying?
it was a mistake, D True, because you don't do that when you're trailing. Number one, and you don't do that when you on offense. If I'm
Yeah.
not mistaken, I think Bama's on offense when
Bama
they
No, that
did
was
definitely
on
it.
defense.
the Bama definitely
That
is on
was on defense. Tell you why they was on defense. Tell you why
wait,
they were
Okay,
defense.
hold on, bro.
I'll tell you why I'll tell you exactly why they was on defense. Cause they had both Knicks at wide receiver and they had the corner back there.
okay, but weren't they trailing when they did that? They were trailing in the game.
Mm,
Auburn had the lead,
yeah,
and
but
the
at
12
the same,
seconds
but at the same
when it
time,
when it came.
I'm not gonna
What I'm
say
trying to tell
I'm
you
not gonna
is
say.
what I'm trying to tell. Listen, brother. What I'm trying to tell you is, bro, it was a mistake because when they did it, it ended the game, brother. It ended the game. You run. The rule is you have to run 6 seconds off the clock. That ended the game. That was a mistake. What Lanning did, that was a strategy because it was a win-win. Extra timeout, and you trading 5 yards for 6 seconds. Ohio State didn't have time to do anything but throw a Hail Mary. That's it.
What, what I'm trying to tell you, if that's a penalty against Oregon, right, right.
5 yards. That's it.
But the
Five
thing
yards.
is,
And the
it
six
would have
second
been a.
runoff, which penalized Ohio State. It worked Ohio State.
I'll tell you why it would have gonna be a 10-second runoff. I'll tell you why it was gonna be a 10-second
Six
runoff.
seconds.
Because
6 seconds.
because it's a for that with 10 seconds, right? And it called a 10-second runoff for a reason. The game would have been over. You see what I'm
Huh?
saying? The game would have
Yeah,
been over. It's 10-second runoff. The game would have been over. Especially if Ohio State didn't have no timeout or Oregon didn't have no timeout, it would have been a 10-second runoff, not a 6 seconds. So that's why I said probably 14, 16 seconds left.
but did it not end the game, Dietrich?
It don't
It
matter in the game.
Okay, never mind.
I'm like,
We
what
agree.
it
We
did,
disagree with
what
each
we
other.
trying to D-True, what we trying to tell you is, brother, what it did was Dan Lanning basically, it was a chess move. He traded 5 yards for 6 seconds to be taken off of that clock. Because remember, all Ohio State needed was a field goal. Had they, and all they needed was to get the midfield. Because you know their kicker, that dude, He kicked like a 50-some yard against Iowa.
Hold on. You trying to tell me Oregon
Yes.
got a defensive penalty? Hold on. Oregon got a defensive penalty, right?
Wait a minute, D Truth.
And
Are you okay, Armando?
Hmm.
Okay, just
Yeah.
making sure.
so other words, how in the see that don't make no sense to me. How do if that 10-second runoff was against Ohio, that's a runoff against Ohio State. You see what I'm saying? So if it was a defensive penalty, it wouldn't be no 10-second runoff.
Hey, listen, Dietrich.
Ohio State had to make that. Don't really be a 10-second or 6-second runoff on the clock. It had to be a penalty against Ohio State.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
No,
So
no. See what you
10-second
said.
runoff,
You're fighting up.
it doesn't go. It doesn't
You're
fit.
you're fighting the up. You're fighting an uphill battle, bro. We just going to agree to disagree, and we're gonna
No,
move
no,
on
no,
from
no,
this
no, no.
question.
So what y'all trying to say? Because Oregon committed the penalty, right?
Yes,
See, I can see if Ohio State committed the penalty, then let them have a choice: either take the penalty or take the 10-second runoff,
it
right?
was no. Stop. It wasn't
Right?
a
Hold on,
runoff.
hold on.
Listen,
I'm
listen,
gonna explain
brother.
something.
Listen,
I'm gonna
brother.
explain something: 10-second runoff.
Listen to me real quick. It wasn't a runoff. The play went. All right. The play went 6 seconds. You don't add point. You don't add time back onto the stop clock if it's a penalty, right? So you think about it. I think the runoff the runoff thing is confusing. It wasn't a runoff. The plays took 6 seconds. Then they called the penalty. Got 5 yards because they didn't get any yards on that play at all anyway. So
So why y'all said a 10-second runoff then?
I said it was. I think
I want to talk about you. I want to talk about you. I want to talk about you.
okay. It was because it ran off some time of the clock during the play.
Yeah.
That's
When
what it did.
So,
12
so but,
minutes.
see, that way, when somebody actually know football and you say a 10-second runoff, it's a 10-second runoff against the team that committed the get like Ohio State committed. Oh, the clock ran for 6 seconds or 4 seconds. That's how you should put it. You see what I'm saying? You said runoff.
Listen, bruh, big bruh.
Come on, man.
Hey, big bruh.
So,
No matter
so it
how
really no,
But,
like
so
it,
at the
it
end
don't
of the
matter if
day,
you
big
remember.
bruh. At the end of the day, big bruh.
Okay, good night. It really don't matter. It really didn't matter
Yes,
if he meant
yes.
if he hold on. It didn't matter if he put the meant to put the 12 men out there or if by accident. Ohio State didn't have no timeout.
Look, we're gonna have to make a whole other show for this question. Can we please go to the next question?
bottom line is it worked.
It
It was
worked.
brilliant.
It
We can
worked.
agree to disagree. It was a brilliant strategy to
I
me. It
salute
worked.
you, Dan Lanning.
I give
But
you
I
equal.
still say that was a lucky thing he did anyway. I can go to press conference. Oh yeah, smile and say I did it. I made it up. You know what I'm saying? Make a lie up. I'm not gonna tell you that it was a mistake.
Da- all right, bruh. I mean,
Okay,
hey,
man.
you don't like having fun while watching football because that was fun. That was
That
you
was
sit
yeah,
back and
that was a chess move. I don't care
yes,
what nobody say. That
I,
was a chess move.
I agree with you there. Let's move on.
Go ahead, you
You,
bro.
it's on you.
Thank you, Jesus. I was just wondering when you're gonna show up. All right now. All right.
Who's going to show up?
Jesus, because y'all just stick them. Now be quiet. Hold on.
You wait a minute. You showed up late and you want to talk trash about us? Oh heck no! Heck no!
Sniper, this is a question for you.
Yes,
Shh.
ma'am.
All right. The loser of the Bama Tennessee game will not make the playoffs this season. Yes or no? Sniper.
Yes, ma'am. The loser of this team will be eliminated the from the college playoffs, and the reason being Texas A&M, Texas, Vandergrift, or not Vandergrift, Grandville, and
Georgia
in Georgia.
in Athens.
In at yes. So you got those four teams right now is one loss teams. With two of them is uh what 3-0 in the SEC play. The loser of this team right here, the loser of this game on Saturday at the 3:30, um, is going to be eliminated from the playoffs. I don't think there will be no way to get in because there's teams above them that's going to get them before them. They're, man, I'll leave it at that. Go ahead.
All right, Armando.
I would have to agree with Sniper. Once again, the loser of this game, let's look at Bama. What they got coming up: LSU, Missouri, Oklahoma, and Norman. And they got Auburn, which that could go any way. Anyway, the Iron Bowl, I don't think Bama want no situation where they're going in their Iron Bowl with two losses playing Auburn. Now, I don't think they want them problems. So yeah, this is a de facto elimination. The loser of this game is gonna be doing what, D True? The loser of this game gonna be doing what?
Slow walking, sad singing.
There you go, brother. There you got the floor. I'm done.
All right.
I'm gonna say, I'm gonna say yes. I'm gonna say yes because I'm looking at Tennessee's schedule. They got Alabama this week. They got Kentucky, Mississippi State. Then they got Georgia. But it gonna be, and then when Georgia and Tennessee play, they're gonna be a de facto elimination game.
Mm-hmm.
So, so it is the best bet for actually Tennessee to win this ball game. See what I'm saying? To keep their hopes alive. And on Alabama's schedule, that if that when Missouri lose Saturday, so that's out of the picture next week. Then the LSU wins. That game might come down to a de facto elimination game for Alabama. So it's basically one of these teams gonna be eliminated. One of these teams gonna be eliminated tomorrow.
I know your Tennessee fans hate me already, Armando, but
Mm.
I'm gonna go on a limb and I'm going to say both of them going to get eliminated by the Mississippi State game for Tennessee.
Yeah,
You calling it us? You calling it upset?
I
Bro,
think both. I think both of them. Bama got some landmines, man. They got Missouri and LSU. They got to go to Death Valley,
mm,
and then they got Missouri, which Missouri. You put them receivers up against that secondary Bama got, man. That's gonna be a problem. That's gonna be a problem.
did hey D Truth to answer your question? Didn't I call the upset for Vanderbilt versus Alabama? I'm
Yeah,
almost
we did. You did, but I kind of had a feeling about that one though. I'm like, if I would have been man, I would have Vandy that one. But that's gonna be a dangerous game for anybody who plays Vandy. I'm gonna say that right now.
All right, you knew.
All right. The NIL and the transfer portal rule will eventually drive good head coaches away from college football. Yes or no? Excuse me, my I need to get some water. Sniper. I'm sorry, D Troop.
Armando.
Armando. I'm sorry, I got to go get water.
Um, if they don't put no regulations on it, it will drive away the better coaches, the good coaches in college football because it's the way it's heading now. Sniper and D True, it's gonna be about who has the more money. It's going to turn into an arms race. So therefore, if you have the most money, you can get the best players. So your coaching skill won't matter. Where you have a good coach, in my opinion, elite coach in Dabo and Kirby, because their schools refuse to play ball and get into an arms race with a Texas or USC or Ohio State, then you know you won't be able to acquire the talent. You know, it's the days of going in the living room of a parent's living room and convincing them that you are going to do what's best for their child as far as education and making sure that they get developed, that you develop their game is not enough. They
Mm-hmm.
want to talk dollars now. They want to know, okay, let's talk money, and it's getting out of hand. So yeah, if they don't do something about it, if they don't get some control over it, it will uh, drive off some good coaches. You'll start seeing You'll start seeing the best coaches going into the NFL.
All right, D Truth.
I'm gonna say I'm gonna agree with Armando, and and what he said, yes, it's true. But then with that being said, what will the kids do out of their college career over with? And they are not developed enough to get in the NFL. You see what then you drive off all the good coaches that are good developers. Then what your kid left with? That's the main thing. Cause majority of the athletes that come to college, they want to go to NFL. Some of them make it, some of them don't. But you drive out the good coaches that are good developer players in them positions. You drive them off. Guess what? Them kids. Only thing they gonna have in their background, I play college football. I got this deal right here. Then guess what? Nobody gonna know. They're gonna be. You won't hear from them again. So I had to go with Armando on that one.
Let me just say something real quick, Sniper, before you go in. Okay,
Oh, because
I just want
I know
I
you
just
about
want
to
to
say
answer
something.
G. Huh?
You about to go off on G Bama boy, aren't
Yeah,
you?
yeah.
Oh, I
That
was gonna do
tiebreaker.
it.
Yeah. G Bama. That tiebreaker thing only applies to the SEC and going to Atlanta. It does not apply to these election robocalls. I apologize about that. That tiebreaker thing does not apply to the college football playoffs. It doesn't. It don't apply to that.
Hmm. And I was going to say to G Bama boy, who had the worst loss
Mm-hmm.
is what it's going to come down to. Who had the
Mm-hmm.
worst loss? And right now,
Mm-hmm.
you lost to an unranked team that's still not ranked to this day at the Kick
Mm-hmm.
Kill Tail. So I think that you need to revise that your statement right now. Take it down, think about it again, and then come back with something new. I'm tired of y'all Bama fans. The answer to your question is I agree that um, it's going to uh, it's going to run off the elderly coaches because they are not willing to change. You own these nuts. Shut up, boy. Um, what was I? Oh yeah, I think it's going to be the elderly coaches. I think that the younger generation of coaches that's coming up is going to be able to learn how to deal with it. But if the rules do not change, a lot of good coaches um, will be looking to go to the NFL or Go back to high school and coach. That's how I feel about that.
Yeah. Yeah, G Bama, that one win right there won't get you in. It won't get. Ask Kansas State. 2 years ago, Kansas State beat TCU in the Big 12 championship game, and who did the committee put in instead? They put TCU in the playoffs instead and left Kansas State out. Kansas State went to the, if I'm not mistaken, Kansas State went to the Sugar Bowl
Yes.
and played Bama. So the committee, the committee looks at your strength of schedule, and they also look at who you lost to. Who you lost to carries more weight than who you beat. To be honest with you, y'all gotta take care of business, bro, and hope that Vandy will keep winning. Yeah. Now some people may think that's a good thing for college football. Some people may think that's a good thing for college football.
What to have new teams in the like
Hmm.
like SMU making it to the playoffs? Like but think about it like this, y'all. It's not a guarantee.
Ain't
Dude,
hey
hey,
hey
man, my boy, you beating
li-
Tennessee is not a guarantee.
exactly. See
You
that
beating doggone Mississippi State. It's not a
that
guarantee. You beating LSU. It's not a guarantee. What is you
it
talking about, homeboy?
exactly, exactly. See, that's the problem with Bama fans, and that's why they can't handle defeat. They go into depressions. They go to destroying other schools' properties and stuff like that. When they lose a game, they go to driving in the lakes and stuff down there because they don't live in reality. Number one, ain't nothing
Hey,
in
hey,
life
hey,
guaranteed.
fellas. Hey, fellas, we need to go ahead and choose this game because that game has started already.
Okay, all right. Duke and Florida State. Duke and Florida State.
You knew.
Go ahead, you knew.
What you knew? What did you knew?
Pick a team, woman.
Um, I'm going with the Indians.
The who?
Those
Florida
Indians.
State. Florida
The
Yes,
State.
Yeah,
Seminoles.
Seminoles,
Florida
You
Florida
can't.
State.
State.
You can't say Indians on YouTube.
Why not?
That's defensive.
I'm taking Duke.
You
I'm,
taking Duke? Go
Yeah.
ahead, sniper.
I'm going with. I'm going with Florida State.
Armando.
I don't trust. Is DJU still the quarterback?
No, he didn't. The other dude is the quarterback now.
I still don't trust him, bro. I'm going with Duke.
Okay,
I'm going with Duke, bro. I'm sorry. I can't.
I see. I
That
see,
D
bro.
line, that D line. I just thought about it. That D line is tempting to go with Florida State, bro. But that between that D line and DJU, I just can't trust it.
All right. Mm. You knew?
You
I
knew
can't see what the other one is.
it's Fresno
Fresno State
State,
and Nevada.
Fresno State versus Nevada.
Hmm. Um,
Lord Jesus.
I'm gonna go with.
I'm sorry.
Stop playing with me. Um, I'm just gonna go with. I'll say Nevada. I'm going with Nevada.
I'm going Nevada.
Sniper.
I'm going with Fresno State.
Okay. I'm going Nevada. They hard to beat in Reno. They are tough in Reno.
Oh my God, I want. Come on, pick this because I got to talk to this G Bama boy. You knew.
You know.
I ain't going to Oklahoma this time. I'm going with BYU. I ain't going no doggone Oklahoma. They be tripping.
That's Oklahoma
I'm going
State.
to be.
That's a different one.
That's Oklahoma State. Uh, uh,
I'm I'm going BYU.
I'm going to be where you.
Oklahoma State.
right now, BYU is 6-0. 6-0.
And at home.
They are making some noise and they are making a run for their Big 12 title. I think this is going to be Kansas State's nemesis this year to win the Big 12. I can see them two playing in Dallas for the championship. I'm going with BYU. I'm going BYU. It's just something about this team, man.
So let me get this straight. Y'all didn't. Yeah, I'm by myself on all these games besides one.
I
Yeah.
don't.
Now you're hey, you're by yourself on all yeah, except one.
I'm gonna tell you why I'm picking BYU Sniper. I think that I think it's something going on down in Stillwater. I think Mike Gundy has lost the team because
Yeah.
a lot of them think about it, man. You a senior and you coming back. No Oklahoma, no Texas. So you got a couple of Pac-12 rejects that joined the conference. So your mindset is, oh, I'm gonna come back. We're gonna win a conference championship and get to the playoffs. And in the year you come back, your senior year, you come back for a fifth season, and the team still sucks.
Mm.
I think Mike Gundy has lost that locker room. So BYU is on a mission though. All right.
Oh, is that the last team?
Mm-mm.
Oh, oh.
Main event.
Woo-wee.
You knew.
Let's see who's gonna be bold enough to. I'm gonna see who's gonna be bold enough to pull the trigger on this one. Scary money don't make no. Scary money don't make money. Come on, you know.
Target acquired.
this is O and P. Who is O
Oregon
and
and Purdue.
P?
You down with OPP?
You don't know me.
The
Nah,
Oregon does and the Purdue Boilermakers.
tell you anything.
Oh, that the main ones. Why you don't have the helmets up here? You know I only know them by helmets.
Oh,
Okay, I'm going with Oregon. I'm going with Oregon.
Quack quack. Oregon.
Sniper.
boom! Purdue. Pick 'em.
Oh,
Boom! They're gonna lose.
I tell you what. I tell you what. I think it'll be closer than the experts think because it is in Purdue. It's a Friday night. Ain't this a full moon tonight? Crazy things happen on Friday nights.
Oh, you're right about
Remember,
that, huh?
remember 2008 when
Mm.
USC was ranked #1 and they went into Stillwater and got upset by the Oregon State Beavers. But like old boy would say, Vincent Turner. However, man, the Oregon is playing the best football in the nation right now. Ain't gonna happen. I'm going shuck it duck it quack quack.
Shuck,
Oregon.
shuck it, quack, quack, huh?
Sugar that quack quack. The
Well,
Morgan Ducks, man, they on fire, man. They on fire, bro. I don't see them pulling the Alabama. What I mean by playing in an elite one
Hey,
Saturday
DJ,
and turn around and lay
Jesse.
an egg the next Saturday. I don't see Oregon pulling Alabama. Oregon and the Shucky Ducky Quack Quacks win
Quack,
this one.
quack. Hey,
By
DJ. Hey, Jesse. All right.
2 or 3 touchdowns.
Next.
you
Hmm?
trying to sell tickets? The O wipes the floor with this game. Hey, look here, Jesse. I thought you was coming to stand on my side, bruh. Come on, bruh. Now,
Wrong side.
now. No disrespect, bro. I'm telling you, you guys, what I think. Bama is the last team Georgia wants to see again. Dude, first of all,
Mm.
I'm going to be real with you, big bro. I'm going to be real with you. I think it's opposite way around. I don't think Alabama wants to see Georgia again.
No, but
The- and
and the the sad thing about it is, bro, Bama. I don't even think Bama gonna see Atlanta or probably the playoffs anyway, man. That loss to Vanderbilt, man. They go ahead, man.
yeah, I you just took the words out of my mouth. Um, but the same thing, but the one thing that you said there, G Bama boy, um, I'm just gonna call you G Bama. I'm not calling no grown man boy. Um, you said in da, 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 you guys are focused on Bama losing when you should be worried about Georgia, bro. You know what makes us focus on Bama losing? This right here that comes out of Bama fans' mouth.
Hmm.
This right here. You put the attention on yourselves. Okay? You come out, oh, we beat Georgia,
Integrity.
but don't want to have the audacity to say, no, we actually Georgia lost that game. Alabama did not win that game. Because again, how can you be up 30 some odd points and can't finish the deal? Okay?
Salute to your integrity. And here's how
No
you know
integrity.
that Bama fans are some of the biggest hypocrites. They've been running around all week acting like the South Carolina, they treating it like a loss because they know they got lucky to win that game. And I ask any Bama fan this right here: what is the difference between that South Carolina game and that Georgia game? You got lucky in both games. You should be 3-3 right now. Honestly, you should be 3-3 right now. 3-3. Two lucky interceptions, and that's the only reason why you're 5-1 right now. The only reason.
Hey, also, everybody talks about Bama. Bama, nobody can keep Bama out of their mouth. Bama is not the team that they expect that everybody expects them to be this year, and y'all still putting them as say the best team in college history.
I'll take our D line over that darn trash secondary any day. Woo! That secondary is man. Good luck with Tennessee tomorrow. Good luck stopping Sampson tomorrow. Worry about Sampson and Nico and Brew McCoy them. Worry about them. Because if you do not beat Tennessee, it's over. It's a wrap.
If you if you don't beat Tennessee, you know who's gonna
Y'all
beat.
ain't they ain't gonna I know they ain't gonna beat LSU.
I know y'all not gonna beat Alexander High School neither.
Are you crazy? They lose. Hey, G Bama boy. That's one. And now Tennessee, I give y'all the edge if y'all can stop the run. If y'all can stop the run. But LSU, I'm already penciling that in as an L. That's an L. That's going to be an L right there. That is going to be an L. It's imperative that y'all beat Tennessee tomorrow because you know in Baton Rouge And that's gonna be a Saturday night game when y'all go to Baton Rouge. That's a L, bro. All day, every day. Cause that's gonna be one night that y'all gonna wish like hell that Nick Saban was on that sideline. Kalen DeBoer is not Nick Saban. You're gonna find that out as the season goes on. Kalen DeBoer is not Nick Saban. Nowhere near it. Nowhere near it.
Just a quick update, y'all. The Florida State Indians is winning by 3. Had the ball on the nope. They about to punt it. 4th and 3.
Uh-huh.
Wait, no. Yep, they're about to punt it. 4th and 3.
Yeah, they're about to punt it. You had it right the first time. All right. Let's get into our final thoughts. Let's get ready to get on up out of here, brother. The same problem you had at the beginning of the show, I got that problem now. My stomach growling. Let's
Yeah,
go.
well, yeah. I'm about to eat something today. Oh, is it on me?
Yeah.
Oh, hey, listen. Let the games begin. It's about to start off just fine, starting tonight. Hey y'all. Hey, make sure you pray for each other, pray for yourselves. Make sure that you take care of each other. You never know when you're gonna have that last moment with that special someone. Sniper, out.
Amen.
Amen.
D true.
Yeah, and everybody stay safe. Uh, go get your checkup, take care of yourself, and love yourself and respect yourself. Because if you do, you see through all the BS and get ready for some the night football game and tomorrow all day. Some good games coming on. Get ready, relax, and have fun. I am going live at 10:05 tonight, just to make that clear. But that's beside the point. But have fun, relax, enjoy yourself, and be safe.
I want to thank everyone for coming out. Once again, I would like to apologize for last Friday. Just felt like it really wasn't um, any marquee games for us to go live and really talk about on Friday. So I just decided to do everything all in one on Saturday morning. But we had some games here that we just discussed here tonight that could go either way. Will Oregon? I think this is the first time, you got to go all the way back to 2008, that a number one ranked team is playing on a Friday night. And we know what happened the last time a number one ranked team played on a Friday night. There's Ask USC, Pete Carroll, Mark Sanchez, them. The outcome wasn't the way they wanted it to be. But I think Oregon will be okay. But thank you for all of your support. Thank you everyone for coming out and spending your Friday evening with us. And like I always say, take care of yourselves and each other. Be safe out there. God bless. And one last thing, go dogs. Sick 'em.
Sick 'em.
Woo, 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 woo.
Thank you for coming, and for those who are going to be coming later to watch this video, y'all have a great evening. You ain't got to go home, but you got to get up out of here.
I
See
ain't
ya.
going
Bye.
nowhere, foe. I'm not going nowhere.
You're going. You go.
Not me.
You are.
Not me.
Why you're not on now? I don't see you.
I'm still here. I'm
That's just
still
your
here.
voice. That's just your voice.
Hey, Princeton got Princeton got some great uniforms. I like their uniforms.
You like the uniform? How you gonna pick it up?
Huh? Yeah, hey, that black and orange hit hard. I'm gonna watch this game a little bit. Brown versus Brown versus Princeton.
I'm already gone to eat. You over there eating too?
No, he got to shut it down.